newspaper or books like you would think. Here in St. Mary City all those years ago in the 1600s, very few people could read or write, and they didn't have much leisure time, so no need for those newspaper or books. So he and his family made their living printing papers, government documents like indentured servant contracts. So before we get started printing a document here today, I'm going to ask you, when you're at home and you want to print a document, what do you use?
A computer.
Can you raise your hand so I can hear everybody? What do you?
Printer.
A printer, thank you very much. I have a printer.
A computer.
And a computer, good job. Well, do you need ink? Pencils. Do you need ink?
Yeah.
Do you need paper?
Yes.
Well, let me see. Do you think over 300 years ago, William might have been using some of the same materials we use today?
Yes. Yes.
He would walk over here. He would walk over here to his keyboard, and his keyboard would hold every letter he would need in order to print a word or a document. This keyboard is called a type case. It's separated into two cases. You have your lower case for your smaller letters and your uppercase for your capital letters. That's where that term comes from. In order to print a word, you would take out each piece of printing type one by one and load it right here in this composing stick. That's how you would put together your words. See how long that would take? So, we had a keyboard. You think William had paper? Used paper like we use today?
No. Yes.
He used paper, but it was a little different. His paper was made out of old clothes. Take a look at that. You would soak your old clothes and they'd start to rot. And then you could beat them apart, beat all the fibers apart. And you'd add some glue to it. That would help it stick together, of course. And then you'd let it air dry. So what's your paper made out of today? Right, so we had paper, but it was just made out of different materials. So we had a keyboard. We had paper. Do you think William used ink at all?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but once again, his ink was made out of different materials, and plus, the ink and paper was coming from England. His ink was made out of resin, linseed oil, and lampblack. Lampblack's the stuff that comes off of oil lamps when you burn them. Now, when he was in the building and he wanted to ink a document, sometimes he would have a helper, and that's where you come in. You're called an inker. Can you stand up? And I want you to lightly come over here and ink the printing type.